Hello, hello, Ignacy Portal Games, and this is UK Game Expo Virtual, and this is second today event of our program. We have a ton of events, ton of seminars for you today scheduled, and now I'm going to talk about the Detective Season 1 and Vienna Collection, the next project in the line. But before we start, as always, let me know in the comments if everything is working fine, if you hear me, if you see me, if you are in a good mood, if you already had your breakfast, or if you had already your lunch, and what country you are from, and when you are watching us, how's life, how's things going. Don Mage says, hi Ignace, I hear you and see you. That's amazing, sir. Good to see you too. We are here with Marek. He's behind the scenes doing all the magic.
Hello, hello.
And
we are Marek behind the scenes.
Marek behind the scenes, and we are waiting for Jana Kijanka to join us for the next stream, for the next seminar, because in 1 hour Janka will present 10 finalists of the Robinson Crusoe scenario contest. Everything about our booth during UK Game Expo, says Portal Games US, and as always, during the UK Game Expo, a few announcements. First of all, we have, as every single convention, we have a special prices, we have a special booth prices. So if you want to buy any of our games, any of our expansions, any of our gear, t-shirts, promos, mugs, posters, etc., go to our web store. If you're watching us from Poland, go to portalgames.pl. To our web store. If you're watching us from UK or from another place in the world, go to portalgames.pl/en, and you will find our web store. And as I said, whole day today we have a special prices on different games, so take the opportunity of a convention and get the games in convention prices. The second pillar of every single convention is games room, and we have a games room for you. You can go to tabletopia.com and you can play our games for free for you. We have their Imperial Settlers, we have their Empires of the North, we have Detective over there, we have a Stronghold, we have a Monolith Arena, we have Narushima Hex, so there's a plenty of games waiting for you to play. Tabletopia.com, official partner of UK Game Expo. And the third pillar, of course, of the virtual convention is events, and by events, of course, we here mean seminars and gameplays and live chat with you, having some fun. And this is what we are doing right now. You can watch our seminars, you can watch our events on Twitch at twitch.tv/portalgamesUS, on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/portalgamesmovies, of course on our Facebook and our Twitter, everywhere you want. I already have pre-ordered Detective Season 1. If I order now, can the order be in the same shipment? I got the free shipment from PortalCon. Downmage, most likely yes. Please add the note in the comment section of the order that you want to merge this order with your previous order and give us the number of the previous one, and our team will do it. We have here a warehouse in the office, in the headquarters. We have dedicated employees for Portal Games team who love you, who love our fans, who appreciate everything you do for us, and they will merge your order as a one. So absolutely go for it and do it. We have 45 minutes for this seminar, and I'm going to talk about the game that is releasing in a few weeks. September 17th is released in America, UK, and in Poland. So middle of the September in Poland, America, and UK. And then in October in all other countries, including Spain, France, I think Italy, and many others. So worldwide release of Detective Season 1. What is Detective Season 1? Detective Season 1 is a follow-up to award-winning game Detective, the Motherborn game. And we tried to create a new game that is using the same system, the same award-winning system of Detective, but is a little bit less complicated, has simpler rules, is aimed at a more family-friendly approach. And here we are, a few months of work, and here we are, Detective Season 1. Hello, Paweł Grzonka. Hi, how are you? If you open the box of Detective Season 1, you will find a short information about how to play detective in terms of the theme, in terms of the fluff, in terms of the flavor. So some advices how to build a mind map, how to read cards carefully, how to follow the clues, etc., etc. So this is not like a rule book, but it's like our guide how to have fun with this game. Then, of course, you will find a rule book, and as I said, this one is simpler than the base game of the detective. So the rule book has, let me just show you, 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And the layout is very clear. Lots of pictures, lots of presentation of the components, lots of air here. So very simple rules for all of you who already know. Hello, Tomek. For all of you who already know detective and you wonder what we changed, we changed the time rules. In a base game of detective, you had a couple of days to solve the crime. In each day you had 8 hours, and then you were able to work after hours, overtime. Here we have no days, we have just hours. We say to solve this crime you have 12 hours, for example, or 10 hours, or 8 hours. So as you can see on the board here, when you start the game, you will put the marker on the hour limit. For example, the game will say you have 20 hours. So we'll put the marker here on the 20, and each hour you just move down, 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 down till the final report. It's very simple, very smooth, no stress tokens, no over hours, no additional rules, just moving down the track till the final report. Very simple. We added a new feature that is called recap here, as you can see. So here we ask our players, hey, you have only 3 cards left. This is almost end of the scenario. Make a brainstorming, make a recap what you know, make a recap what you are going to find, and you have only a few cards left. So this new recap feature is our help for the players to win the game. We want them to win the game. Captain Link says no stress. Exactly, no stress. The players, although they have these roles as in the previous games, as you can see, note taker and analyst and narrator and archivist and researcher. So you know who are you. You know what's your role at the table, but they don't have a specific skills like in terms of the abilities. So we just make it super simple. You are just playing you. You are playing you, and we want you to be narrator. We want you to be analyst, etc., etc. But no special abilities on the characters. There's plenty of tokens as in every single game, and then the cases. So the first case, natural causes. This is the case that took place in the college. You're in the laboratory. One of the professors is found dead. It looks like the reason of his death was natural causes. He's just dead, but then the data shows up and the investigation starts, and it was not that simple, of course, because it's a crime game. Amazing case that I would strongly recommend to use to present this game to new players, because it has all these fancy moments that we show off the game. So you will be able to have no spoilers, but you will be able to get the access to the technical cameras to see what happened at the crime scene, and you will see actual videos, and it is so cool for new players to introduce them to the game and tell them, hey, this is a detective, this is a modern game. And you play, and suddenly you get the access to the camera footage, and it's like, oh my god. And then if you use other clues, other paths, you will be able to, for example, Skype with FBI, and suddenly you log in and you talk to the FBI, and they tell you some facts. So your friend will be just blown away if they don't play any other games like that, and they suddenly just have a chance to Skype FBI. This like, oh my god, this game was amazing. So these natural causes, quite a simple story, quite easy to solve, but all these gadgets, all these fancy materials adds a lot of nice moments in the game. The second case in the game, called Blood, Ink and Tears, is for all of you who love Mrs. Marple, who love Hercules Poirot, who loves Murder in the Orient Express, who loves Agatha Christie novels, who basically are fans of these British crime novels, classic novels. So if you have your friends, if you have your wife, if you have your mother or sister who love these crime novels, who love these British style stories, this is for them. Invite them to your home, invite them for the game night, and tell them, hey, I will show you something exceptional. I will show you the game that is like being in the novel of Agatha Christie. and the action takes place in Great Britain. We are visiting the old mansion, old family mansion. There is a celebration. There is a very old family with a lot of secrets. And during this celebration, during this event in this old mansion, something terrible happens. No spoilers, but of course somebody will be dead. And suddenly you are trapped with the family members, and you know that something went really wrong here, and you have to solve the crime. So you are dedicated to this case like a Hercules Poirot, like Mrs. Marple. You are interrogating these family members, you are learning about the old secrets of the family, you are learning about the old curse, etc., etc. Definitely, if in your family, if among your friends there are fans of British crime novels, you must show them this game. This is for them designed. It's very fun, it's witty. I absolutely adore this case. And the last case in the box, once again, very different. So this one, a solid alibi, takes place in the setting, in the environment of the Boston, in which the war between Italian families, between Italian gangs starts. So there are dead bodies, there are shootings, there is a tension growing, and you as the policeman has to figure out what happened. And of course there is a dead body, and there is some evidence that points at one of the suspects, but this suspect has, as the title says, very good alibi. Like, he has a really solid alibi, and there is no way he could commit the crime, and yet the evidence shows he did. So what happened? So this case is the case of the twist, that you will start digging into the story, trying to figure out what the hell happened, and then you have this enlightenment moment, and you see, oh my god, now I understand. That team is of course Italian district. So if you, your friends, your family love the movies like Godfather, like movies like Irishman, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, that kind of story, definitely check out the Solid Alibi and you will have a great time. So as you can see in this description of this product, we have three very distinctively different cases, from the British mansion to the Italian war, and we hope that you will have a great time. These cases are stand alone. You don't need to play them in order, you don't need to play them with the one group, and I strongly recommend even more, go with different groups. Play with your sister or your mother the Agatha Christie one, play with your buddies the Italian one, like choose different friends, have a great time, help us promote detective, show it to new players, show it to new friends, so they will learn about detective. What's more in the box, we have a special decks of the portraits of every single character in the game. So if you're playing, for example, this case with the old family, you will have all these portraits of all these family members. You can put them on the whiteboard or at least at the table and start making notes and saying, hey, this girl, she's lying. This guy, oh, I don't trust him. Like, you can make a mind map and be immersed in the game and enjoy it a lot. So this is it. You have 3 decks of cards and you have 3 decks of portraits to add to the theme, to add to the deduction, to help you create your own mind map. So this is it. The whole product has a very promotional price. It costs about $30, 27 euro in Europe. So it is like less than $10 per one case. So $10 is the price of the ticket to the cinema. And now you can go to the cinema by inviting your friends to your home and having this 90 minutes amazing interactive experience, amazing storytelling experience, like going to the cinema, but at your home with your friends, trying to solve the case. I strongly recommend. I think this is the best what we have for detective for now as a season 1, for you to start the adventure of the game, to learn how the system works, to find how it happened that this game is so popular, that people love it so much. You will play season 1 and you will understand this is it. What is more, what we have on our website, and I strongly recommend to check it out, especially this weekend. We have a special promotion to buy Detective Season 1 with my book added, and this book you will get for free, which is insane offer. I cannot believe that my production team convinced me to do that. But yes, we are giving away the whole book for free. This is against my spirit. I don't want to give away my book for free. But this is our offer. You get for $30 or 27 euro, you get a game and the book for free. What is this book? This book has 3 chapters. Each chapter is dedicated to one of these cases. So each of these cases in the box has a dedicated chapter. And in these chapters, let me just show you here, for example, I go card after card. So you can have a card and my chapter, card and my chapter, card and my chapter, card and my chapter. And I discuss different cards and tell fun stories or interesting stories about designing these stories, these cards. So we will learn about fun anecdotes from the playtesting. You will find how we were changing the plot, how we were adjusting the sentences. So all this interesting behind the scenes information, how this amazing project came to life, how we designed that. And this is 80 pages hardcover book with stories behind the curtain, behind the scenes, how we develop this product. So check it out. I strongly recommend to check it out from our website, portalgames.pl/en or portalgames.pl if you are reading in Polish. Detective Season 1, 3 standalone cases, absolutely amazing content for you and your family. And now let me check the chat, because I hope you were on fire. Let me check it. So many experience in not that big box. Yeah, the box is small. You have 3 cases. Each case is about 90 minutes. So you have these 3 game nights, amazing game nights to play. Don't be shy, people. That is correct. Garrett, hello Garrett. What age group is the suitable for? So in a case number 1, there is one character. When you interrogate him, he uses a strong language. So at least if you're playing with the kids, I would strongly recommend that you are a narrator, that you are reading aloud, and in this strong language moment, you just tune it down. In a case number 2, this British one, this Agatha Christie one, it is very easy to play with the whole family if you have kids, because there is no strong language. It is rather witty, rather funny, and there is no drastic moments whatsoever. And then the third one with the mafia, with the Italian mafia, I would say that this one is the least appropriate to play with the family, so you will have to decide by yourself. But there are mafiosos, there are shootings, there is killing, there is some strong language sometimes. So I would go that the case number 2, you can play with your family very easy and with no pressure, no stress. Case number 1, in most cases, yes, there's 1 or 2 cards when there is some strong language. And case number 3, I will recommend to think about it, maybe played only with your wife or parents. Can't wait until I get my pre-order. Any info about when it be sent? So yes, we are shipping pre-orders this upcoming week. So the street date for the product is September 17th. And because you pre-ordered from us directly, we appreciate that. We appreciate support for the company. So we are going to ship it to you far before the street date. So next week, this upcoming week, we are shipping. So hopefully on the September 1st, September 2nd, September 3rd, you will have it at your home and you will be able to play and enjoy before the street date. So we hope that everything will be fine. Absolute natural causes, yes. Thanks, Tomek. Can you design a universal detective play mat? This is difficult. This is difficult because, as Tomasz, as you know, we are changing the theme very strongly. So LA Crimes is 80s, Dig Deeper 70s. Season 1 has less rules, so less tokens. And now I'm going to talk about the Vienna Collection, and this is a brand new system whatsoever. So I hear you. Myself, I love playing mats. I have play mats for all our games at home and more. So I would love to have play mats. But yes, we are tweaking the system, and each of these standalone products has a little bit different rules, a little bit different approach to the system, and therefore the play mat always would be different. Pavel, I'm so curious, this game design journal. Thank you, Pavel. I hope you will smile a couple of times when you will read it. I hope you will learn how to design cases, and you will learn something interesting. But for me, it's always most interesting. I hope this book is entertaining, and you will have some laugh out of it. So this is Season 1. How long? I talked 20 minutes, so we have another 20 minutes. So another 20 minutes I can talk about the Vienna Collection, and then we'll be preparing for the next event. Dawn says, with my new order, it does ask me to pay shipment, even though the order will be merged with my order or PortalCon. Any way to solve it? I guess you can pick, you can choose in a shipping options, try to choose a pickup option that you are picking up personally. And we don't ask you to come to our offices. You will instead picking it up personally, you will just merge it with the other order. So hopefully it will work. If not, let us know in the chat and we will figure out another solution. Basically, we are here to help you. That's it. So this is season 1. If there are any questions, let me know. Short break for Ignacy talking, so he can take a breath and drink some tea. And you guys now tell me what cities you're from. So Ignacy takes 2 minutes break in speaking, and Ignacy takes 2 minutes reading. Tell me which city you are from. Down is from Netherlands. And Shede. Down the worst case scenario, choose the shipping option, pay for the shipping, and then our accountant will get it back, the money for you. Tomasz, of course, is from Łódź. Of course, we know it. Our follower and our fan and our supporter for many years. We appreciate you with us today. Chicago. Oh my God, Chicago is the place where I stay when I go to Gen Con. Each year we have a friend in Chicago, so each year before Gen Con I spend few days in Chicago adjusting to the jet lag, adjusting to the new time zone, adjusting to the new weather. So I have only fond, only great, only amazing memories from Chicago. Great city, great comic book stores. I spend a ton of money in Chicago in comic book stores, and I have a great friends there, so I miss them greatly. This year, no Gen Con, so no visit in Chicago. Garrett is Southampton, UK, and Marcin is from Gdańsk. That's perfect. So guys, are you ready to discuss the Vienna Collection, the upcoming product? I guess you are. Vienna Collection is another standalone game in the family of Detective. We have Detective the board game, Detective Season 1, and the Vienna Collection is the third standalone product. It will be released early 2021. We are in the very final stage of development and preparation for the release. This is a spy game. We take the action to 1977 Europe, and instead of you being detective, no more detectives. Instead of being detective, you are a CIA spy. To be precise, you are a member of the special unit, SAD, Special Activities Division, and you are sent to Europe because things happened. The whole plot starts in Vienna. Things happen in Vienna, and then the plot grows, and you will move to different cities in Europe. You will visit Prague. You will visit I cannot spoil too much, so I will not tell you which cities you will see because it will spoil a story. But you will visit different cities, different capitals in European countries. Everything is working because I just lost a signal. It's just me, right? All right, just me. Because I need it working so I can interact with you guys. Let me just try to fix it. Thank you, Marek, behind the scenes. So Vienna Connection, you are a CIA agent sent to Europe, 1977, and there is some things happening, and you are going to solve them. The game, on one hand, is using the detective system, so you are going to have a lead card. They have a hashtag card 102, 103, 104, etc. So you have a deck of the cards like in a regular detective, but besides that, everything changes. This is a full-blown standalone game with its own rules, with its own theme, with its own dynamic. And here I'd like to share some of these changes to spoil you some of the fun that is and that is coming early next year. So first of all, there is no time mechanism in the game because the whole perception of the game, the whole perception of you players as you play the game, 2 months, you have 2 weeks, the operation takes time. So each of the cards doesn't say how long it took. It doesn't tell you that it took you 3 hours or 5 hours or 7 hours. It's just the point of the operation. It may take one card, may represent the week of your work. Other card may represent 2 days of your work. Other card may represent 15 minutes of very active operation. So the cards are not described by the time, they are described by something else. I know the wording in Polish, I don't know final wording in English, so bear in mind this is not final wording in English, this is just me translating on the fly. It will be much better in the final version, but in Polish it is called zaświetlenie, so in English it will be something like lightning, and that means that other agencies like KGB, for instance, know about your actions. They saw you, you get enlightened. And the board here, I will show you the board from the prototype. I don't know how much you see, but I will try my best that you will see something. They have these 4 regions that you can see. These are these gray zone, yellow zone, red zone, and the blue zone. And if you are taking actions, if you are taking some operations, if you are doing something in this particular zone, other agencies like KGB knows about it. They see that you are doing something in this zone. If you do too much of the actions, too much of the operations in one particular zone, you will be lighted, and they will find you, and you will be removed from the operation. So each time players spend that many actions, that many operations, that many cards, that they feel the whole row in this zone, they trigger game end effect. And this is this man in the black. And man in the black represents that other agencies getting you. And you have only 1, 2, 3 moves, and it's done. You have to escape, you have to remove, you have to be extracted from this particular country because they already know that you are existing. What zones we have in the game? The white zone represents your people. CIA agents, other people working for you, local agents, your ambassador, etc., etc. So this is the safe place. You always have the most spaces here to use it because this is where the other agencies don't have access. So this is your safe place, safe bet. We have the blue zone. The blue zone represents the city. That you go to the restaurant to interrogate somebody, to talk with somebody. You go to the concert. You go to the press to discuss with the journalists. So you are in a public, and therefore the other agents can spot you. Other agents can see you. So if you go to the public places, you might be lightened. So that's why here we have a less spaces. You have to be very careful showing yourself in public. Then we have a yellow zone. Yellow zone represents everything that deals with the criminals and police. So if you are going for the crime scene, if you are talking with the police, if somebody spotted you at the police station, if somebody saw you at the crime scene, that is other agencies saw you, that you are checking something, that you are dealing with this thing. So even less spaces, or you get lightened. And the last zone, red zone, you're asking for trouble. You are going to listen to the reports from KGB. You are going very close to their ambassador. You are visiting their ambassador. You are interrogating Russian agents, etc., etc. You are dealing with trouble. But maybe you need it very, very strongly to get some data. So you are risking, and you are doing that. So we have these 4 zones, and players, when they play, they have to pick up. They have these further leads, as in detective. They have all this plenty of different cards to choose from. But now they are not choosing if it takes 2 hours or 3 hours. They say, okay, we can no longer go for the yellow zone. They already know that we are here. We cannot risk yellow zone anymore. We have to focus. We have to change our strategy. Let's go for the blue zone. Let's talk to the journalists. Let's go to the restaurants. Let's go to the opera, etc., etc. So players are debating under the table and managing the risk, managing how they can decide which cards to draw. And now these cards have this spoiler alert: yellow, red, white, blue, and you have to decide in which color you want to play. Let me check the chat after this short explanation of this huge change in the dynamic of the game. Visibility, maybe visibility. Yes, that will be a good word, I think. Ignacy Hikers Twitch for you. How many cases will be in a Vienna? Asked Tomasz Pianowski. I will talk about it in a moment. This idea with zones is extremely exciting. Thank you. Reload, fix it. It's so fine. Thank you. This case, I think. Okay. So, how many cases?
There's a question here. CAA in 1977. Wow, this sounds amazing.
This is yes. You are being a spy during the Cold War, being sent to Europe. This is freaking amazing. I trust me, it's amazing. So this
and how long will the case take to play?
Okay.
Average.
Yeah. So this is the first script. This is not the final one. This is the first one. I kept it as to have it in my archives, to maybe one day put it on the auction, charity auction. So this is the first draft I got from Przemysław Rymer. Przemysław Rymer, the designer of this draft, is the person who wrote for you the story for Detective, the base game. So he is a master writer of these amazing stories. So this is the draft we received about all these operations, what KGB wants, what CIA wants, what other agencies want. It was the plot. We took this plot and we cut it into the 4 missions. You got 4 missions in the box. We don't call them cases, we call them missions. And you have 4 missions in the box, and each mission, like in a regular detective, not like in a Season 1, but like in a regular detective, they take 3 or sometimes even more hours. And I would say 3 to 4 hours. This is once again. Let me just grab it. This is just once again Przemysław Rymer, Ignacy Trzewiczek, solid, epic, thick, meaty cases, big cases. Like, I strongly recommend to get Season 1, to play with your family, to promote the game, to show to your friends who never played it. But if you're a hardcore gamer, if you finish the detective, if you play detective, you are waiting for a Vienna Collection. You're waiting for these long, meaty cases. As I said, maybe even more than 3 hours of a gameplay for each case. And there's a ton of information, ton of spice, ton of, like, this is huge, this is big, this is Przemysław Rymer at his best. So I answered the question, how many cases? 4. I answered the question, how long it takes? 3 hours or more for one case to solve. These are really epic. Let me check the chat once again. Will there be an option to kill other spies? So yes. Let me answer this question in a slightly different manner, showing you another part of the mechanism that is new, that was never part of the detective. I have it here in the envelope, and the envelope says operations. And when players get something like that. This is, of course, everything is a prototype, just for you guys to know. And something like that operation. And these are always 3 cards that you get in the setup of the game at the very beginning, without even having any further leads, without having anything yet discovered. You already are prepared for some CIA operations, and this represents the action, the actual, we are doing something to get the case moving. And each player has always, each game, you always have these 3 operations. And I would not say that this is the way to kill off other spies, but this is definitely the way to have an action in game. Like, to use these operations, there will be always some fluff, some flavor text that describes what happened, where you were, what happened, if there was a shooting or outsmarting opponent. And out of these operations, you will get some additional data, additional information that are not on the lead card, that are not on the regular deck of the cards. how to create operations, how to solve these operations, how to do these operations, you will have another envelope. You will have your local agents. What does it mean? You, as a players, you are sent to Europe from America. You are CIA agents coming to America to solve the mystery, to solve the whole plot. But in these particular countries, in Austria, in Czechoslovakia, in other countries, I don't want to spoil too much of the fluff. You have these local agents, people who are natives, who are living in these countries, but they get hired by CIA to work for Americans. So, for example, here we have Pavel Mikulas, and he works in a Russian consulate. And here we have Yuri Suchy. He works in a newspaper called Noviny. And here we have Bohumila Hans, and she's working in the Czechoslovakian radio. And they are working in these newspapers, in these radios, in these consulates, but they are hired by CIA, and they provide you some valuable information. In terms of the mechanism, they provide tokens. He provides a red token, he provides blue token, this guy also blue token. And with this blue token, with these tokens from these local agents, you are able to create operations. To create your local operations, to create some mess, to create some actions, you need these local people help you. So we always have these operations, and each operation has a cost, and this cost is represented which local agent you have to sacrifice, you have to lighten, you have to make them visible, sacrifice them to make these operations. So this is your resources management. I have my resources, local agents, I have my operations I want to create, and it is always not enough agents, and there's always too many operations you want to do, because all of them are tempting, all of them will push the whole investigation, the whole mission forward, but you cannot do all of them. Let me check the chat. So the goal is not to solve a mystery, but to gather secret info. This is not a detective game. This is not about solving crimes. This is a higher level. You are playing the spies. You are playing the higher level. So of course, sometimes there will be a dead body. Sometimes there will be some missing package. But basically, you are playing in a much higher level, strategic level, much higher level than just being detective, visiting crime scene and checking for the fingerprints. The new lighting mechanism sounds fun. Thank you, I appreciate that. Car chase, shooting, sexy Russian agents, James Bond. Yes, you will get some of that for sure. Will there be any operations to lower notoriety in zones? Exactly, yes. Let me show you this. I see that you understand how it works already. So this, for example, this yo-yo mission, it says distract KGB agents from your mission. And it says the next card you will draw, ignore the color and choose color you want. So for example, you go for the red zone, but you do diversion and you cross out the yellow zone. So this is diversion. Each operation has its type. This one is a type diversion. And this one is provocation. And this one is contacts, networking. So yes, there is one of these operations possible that you will do some diversion in the red zone, but actually you were in the yellow zone. But to make a diversion, you need these local people to help you to make some mess in the city. When are you starting the pre-order for the Vienna Connection? I guess after Spiel Digital. For the Spiel Digital, we have Detective Season 1. We are releasing Season 1 in September 17th, as I said, and we will keep promoting Season 1 in September and beginning of October. And then after Spiel Digital, we'll be able to start focusing on the next project, that is Vienna Connection. So hopefully in November, you'll be able to pre-order Vienna Connection from us, with, of course, with some goodies and additional content. Really looking forward to Vienna Connection. Coming back to Season 1, are these cases really dumbed down or just standalone? So no, they are definitely not dumbed down. And if I make a small joke, one of the people here in the chat, Captain Link, a friend of ours and fan of Portal Games, a few days ago told me that he played Natural Causes and he lost terribly. So they are not dumb, they are not super simple, they are not like easy peasy. They just have less text on them, they have less rules, there is no stress, no authority tokens, but still they are quite legit deduction tasks for you. Still there are red herrings, still there is traps for you. So yeah, they are definitely not dumbed down. They are smoother, more engaging, more thematic, I would say. But definitely you can lose them and be surprised that we fooled you with red herrings. So don't worry. Do we meet beautiful women with strange names like 007? There will be some women, that's for sure. I cannot spoil. But yes, there are some important women in this sort. I cannot wait to look so good. Promises to be quite a mess in Europe. Yes, Lee Brewer, just come on. Have we got a firm release for the Vienna? So I have my firm date when I have to finish my files. And I know that at the end of October, there is no way that my production allows me to touch anything. Like at the end of the October, it has to go to the print. And that means that probably I will delay something, but basically this year it goes to print, and the quarter first it will be hitting distribution. And so yes, it is very, very close. As I said, as you can see, it's ready. It's ready. We are finishing some works. And September, October, I'm just finishing it, and it's done. Will website be used for Vienna? Asked Lee Brewer, and is a great question. We are using website for few things. The most important for the final report, for the end game. Like we want to ask you questions, and depending on the questions, give you outro, give you some additional information. But there is no DNA, signatures, additional files in the website. You are just playing with the cards, and you are playing with some handouts. There will be some handouts, some files, some additional reports, but there is no Antares besides final report and besides. And this question allows me to move to the next piece of mechanism. And I don't want to spoil, so I need to choose this one because some of them are ready. This is a prototype, not final artwork. Marek, is okay? Yes, people are seeing that. There are riddles. During the investigation, you will get some codes, you will get some numbers, you will get some letters. You are going to solve some mystery about the Russian or other agencies' reports. So you are listening what they are saying. You are making notes, and you are getting some codes. If players during the mission fill in all these numbers and figure out the name, because they have a chance to find all these numbers, they have no chance to find all the letters. So here we have letters, here we have the numbers. The letters, they will get some of the letters, and they have to figure out the rest. For the numbers, they have a chance to find all these numbers. If they do it, if they manage to do this, they will put this data in the Antares website. Like they cracked the code. They managed to solve they decipher the message from KGB agents. If they do this, they will unlock special chapter in the outro. So they will get the chance to have a different outro than all other groups. And in most cases, they get free Sange codes, free Sange additional achievements they can unlock. So besides getting the final report, besides getting the regular outro, what happened, what was this mission about, they have a chance to unlock free, separate, additional outros that represents what they cracked down, what they deciphered, what they learned about the system, and how they perceive what KGB agents are doing. So this is very exciting for them, and this is what we are using website for, cracking the codes, because this is spy game. So this is that. And I see that we need to finish because this is last 15 minutes. I have one more envelope, but well, we will have more streams upcoming. We will have more chances to discuss these new products. So be with us on our social media, on our Twitch channel, and you will see more. It's not ready until it's not in the warehouse. That is absolutely true. Got to go. We'll watch full on YouTube later. Thanks for responses and preview so far. We'll be buying Season 1 in Vienna. I appreciate that. Lee, thank you for that. Can you give info about Signature Series 2 Petty Officers? We will have, I have to finish, so I'm not, but today later we have Luke Otfinowski discussing all new releases, so maybe he can give a little bit more. I will just tell you, Signature Series number 2, Mike Selinker, Petty Officers. It is already written, sent to us. It is on our development site. It will be released early next year. It's amazing. The premise starts that there is a circus and the lion killed one person, and we're investigating if somebody provoked this lion or not, what just happened. Very interesting case with a huge twist at some point. Tomek asked about the production of the product, if China or Poland. I don't know, to be honest. It is Greg is responsible for that. Thank you for being with us. Be with us the whole day. Jana just arrived. Jana is with us already, and we are going to discuss the 10 best scenarios for Robinson Crusoe in 15 minutes right now. So this is the next seminar, and then you are playing Rising 5, and then Jana is playing Troglodytes, and then we are playing Barbarian Horse. So lots of amazing content for you. So be with us. Sign up for our Twitch channel. Our goal, our aim is to get 500 followers. We have 450, so we're missing 50 followers. We would really appreciate if you follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/portalgamesus. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you for being with us. We appreciate if you subscribe to the channel to be in touch with us on a regular basis. We release many videos with the gameplays, with the presentation of the upcoming products, etc., etc. So please subscribe to the channel on Twitch, or please subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Thank you for being with us. I appreciate you be with us, and see you in 15 minutes with me and Janka Kijanka. Thank you. Bye bye.